This is a side hustle idea you've probably never thought about, but it's super easy to do. You can do it anywhere from the world. You can get it set up super fast. All you need is your laptop and reliable internet, and you're good to go. In this video, we are going to be talking about side hustles. If you're familiar with my channel, then you know I talk a lot about achieving financial confidence, crushing debt that leads to more fun and fewer payments, and a big way that you can achieve that is by adding more income to your monthly goals. And so why not be able to pick up a side hustle that you literally do not have to leave your couch for? What's cool about this is it's not time intensive. You can get set up super fast. You will be selling on Amazon, and I will show you how to do that in just a second. Also, this idea involves low content books. So you don't need to be a writer. You don't need to have written words or written content in order to sell low content books. And this is a really fast, easy way for you to set up a potential side hustle. But first, let's talk about what are low content books. Low content books are just that. They're low content, meaning they don't have a lot of written words. It's a lot of lined pages for people to fill in. Think about things like notebooks, journals, diaries, calendar books, or planners, even task-oriented journals where somebody's actually going to be writing in something. Coloring books, low content, right? You're not writing in a coloring book, you're coloring. These are low content books that you can easily set up quickly and sell them on Amazon. So how do you create a low content book? Well, you could DIY and start creating all of your templates literally from scratch and building it out, but there's actually a better way. There's a platform that I found called BookBolt. Okay, so this is BookBolt, and BookBolt actually specializes in helping you create low content books that you can then sell on Amazon. I'm gonna be doing a quick tutorial of what this looks like on the inside, but I just wanted you to be aware that there is publishing software out there that can help you do this without spending a lot of time thinking about those designs or coming up with multiple pages of low content, such as the coloring books or lined items. Like, they have templates available for you. So if you're like, cool, low content books, what does that even mean? What types of journals can I create? You can create a prayer journal, a dream notebook, manifestation journal, financial goals notebook. I started going into the personal finance space because that's what I'm in. Personal finance, spending trackers, expense trackers, family notebooks, anything you can, coloring books, Sudoku. They even have templates for Sudoku. So think about journals that would sell year round, because you're gonna see the most success with that versus something that's like a New Year's resolutions that's really only gonna be selling mainly in like December, January timeframe. So think about things that can sell year round that would do really well on Amazon. And a pro tip, I'm gonna be giving you some pro tips throughout this video. Look up journals, notebooks that you already have an idea about on Amazon. See what those journals and notebooks are selling for and what sellers and authors are having success. You'll know an author or seller is having success by taking a look at their reviews, and if you're using BookBolt, you can actually see their monthly sales volume. Okay, so enough talk, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. I'm gonna show you exactly how to create these low content books so you can get started making passive income right away. Okay, so you're gonna get started by logging in and making an account with BookBolt. You're going to get hit with this quick tips that's going to show you keyword research that you can do, any kind of listing, knowing how the process works. And what's great about BookBolt is that they're going to give you these video tutorials to watch, and I highly suggest watching them so that you get the best bang for BookBolt and you know exactly what you're doing. I love going through the cloud I'm going to show you in just a second, but I want to show you the actual studio. So once you create your account, you're going to hit on this person icon in the upper right hand corner, and then you're going to click BookBolt Studio. Once you click over to that BookBolt Studio, you're going to be inside of the actual software to start making your book. I wanted to show you what I've already created for mine just so that you could see it set up, and then I'll show you exactly how to make a new project. So this is my project. I did an intentional spending daily expense and bill tracker. What was cool about this is I can actually toggle between looking at all of the pages, can look at in larger thumbnail view, And then I can also look at it in book view. So this is what my low content book looks like. So my thought was, let's create an expense tracker that's small, that can fit in purses or backpacks, and people who like to write down their expenses and want to hold themselves accountable will be able to take this notebook with them on the go. So I got these templates from inside of BookBolt. I did not create these by scratch, by hand. By scratch, you know what I mean. You've got the monthly planner view, which my thought was they could write down their bills in each of the calendar days, and then they could start tracking their daily expenses using this worksheet. So here's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go and do a new project. So we're gonna do a paperback cover and interior. We're going to let's create another expense tracker notebook. This one we can call like daily expense tracker notebook, right? We can keep this the same trim size. The interior is going to be a black and white interior with white paper. And let's say we want to make this, I don't know, 120 pages. That sounds good, right? Sure. Okay, create project. Here's where you're going to get the blank project here, and it's going to tell you where everything needs to go. So these are all of the specs, and what you're going to want to do is we're going to create a cover for this. And you can upload your own design, but if you're really trying to be time sensitive to all of this, you can go on Pixabay or Unsplash and pick a cover from here. Ooh, this is cute. Love that. Love this. You can also click this preview button and see what it looks like. That's cute too. Kind of digging the blue. So then I'm going to go with this because this looks like more of that horizontal layout. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this to fill the entire page. Awesome. So now I've made sure that the design goes all the way to the edge of the page, and then of course where you see this little dotted line is where the book is going to be trimmed off. So now I've got this going. I'm going to create a little area to create my title. We're going to make this white. Love. And then I'm going to do my text. And we're going to call this my daily spending tracker. And what I can do is I can change the text, the font. I can change this to be bold. I'm going to pick a specific color in here that fits. Maybe this blue. Okay. And then we're going to size this down. See how cute that is? That is like super easy. I'm just going to center it in the page. Okay, so this is kind of where we've got the cover going, right? And then it's going to automatically save. Now you can start building your inside pages. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and click on this little like puzzly icon, and this is going to give you an opportunity to shop their templates. Okay, I love this because you don't have to sit there and create all of these different lines. It's already going to give you different templates and different varieties to show you, look, they even got these puzzles. I think this is awesome. You just go through here and say, okay, yep, this is what I want to do. If I want to preview this, here's a debt tracker. Amazing. I don't even have to come up with it. I'm going to look for expense log. Okay, so I've already used this. Let's take a look at classroom expenses. No, we don't want that. Personal expense tracker. this looks great. Let's use this template. Now, what you can do is you can, instead of like clicking on every single page, which that's 120 pages, right? What you want to do is select all, deselect the cover, and then continue to options, keep the aspect ratio, click submit, your book is done. That's just like that easy. And then you can get a preview of what it looks like. So we've already created the cover, which took me, I don't know, 3 minutes, maybe less. And then this took less than that. This took a minute to put together. And now it's going to auto-populate all of those pages for me. And that's how easy it is to create a book inside of BookBolt. I didn't even have to design it. It's just done. And I can even look at it from the book view. So cute, so pretty. Inside, simple, that's exactly what we need. This is the daily expense tracker. And then what you need to do after that is you download, I say download current project, CMYK for printed books. Then you upload it into KDP, into Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and it's simple. Okay, going back to the BookBolt dashboard here, once we get out of the studio, what you wanna do is you wanna take a look at under Cloud. This is where you're going to do all of your research for what kind of notebook you wanna create. So we can search by bestsellers and include the top 100, and then we can include different notebooks here. So if we're looking at maybe like a budget notebook, let's see what pops up. All right, so this one's catching my eye. I like their cover, the monthly bill payment checklist. We can see how many ratings they have, not as many ratings as this checking account register to track transactions for personal checkbooks. This one has 45 ratings. This one's listed at, they're both listed at $7.99. But we've got an estimated monthly sales of 252. So there we go. Let's take a look at something else. We got a bill payment organizer, no reviews yet. Okay, so I just searched for budget planner. So I put the category as budget planner, and I want to show you this one that caught my eye. So this one is a bill tracker notebook, monthly bill payment tracker book to track your personal expenses. So you see how many keywords this person is adding into their title. You can see it's got 336 ratings. It's priced at $7.99. The average monthly sales is $255. This looks really amazing, right? So this is an 8.5 by 11 notebook. So this is a full size. If I click on the author's name, let's just see. We can see how many of these notebooks David Pantaleon created. He's created quite a bit, which is awesome. He's actually picked a specific topic. So the monthly budget, bill payment trackers, check registers, cash flow logbook. I mean, he's really picked a niche and focused on this by creating different notebooks that are kind of all along the same topic, right? Of personal finance. General ledger, so he created some that are more geared to, I would say like an engineer or maybe even an architect or an accountant, you know, very logical. And then he created one that's a little bit more like feminine with the flowers and really cursive-y. So he's really playing this up to different audiences, but still staying within his lane. I think this is super smart and something that you could mimic for your own topic. So I was able to do all of this research inside of BookBolt. I didn't have to go back and forth between what Amazon was showing me as a customer. I could see from the inside exactly what is going on with each of these items. I can also take a look at keywords and find keywords for my specific notebook. So if I'm doing an expense tracker, let's type in expense tracker and see what pops up. Now I can see what's trending on Amazon search, and I can see what's trending on Google. You're gonna wanna pick this high search volume and the high search volume on Google, right? So here we're looking at, it looks like there's specific sizes. So A5, A6 expense tracker, there's close to 37,000 search volume on Amazon. Oh yeah, you can toggle it for the highest. I love this. Okay, income and expense tracker. This is a keyword I want to be plugging in to when I'm actually building this out on KDP, right? This is awesome. Use this keyword search tool to really boost that product page and make sure that you're using the right words so the right people get to your product. Just before we get into how that works, Amazon is going to pay you out monthly, and your payouts don't start until 60 days after you've made that first sell. Yes, you do have to wait a long time for that first initial sell payout to happen, but after that it's going to be monthly, so you'll be paid out once a month through Amazon. That's all what we're all here for, right? We're here to make money, so that's how it's done on Amazon. But let me go over to Kindle Direct Publishing and I'll show you how to get set up. All right, so I already went ahead and put in my daily expense tracker notebook here. It's in review, which is so awesome. All I have to do is wait for Amazon to review it, and then it's going to be approved and then ready to sell. But if you are starting with your notebook or your journal, your low content book, you would hit this yellow create button. Obviously, you have to make an account, put in your information, your address, your tax ID info, all of that good stuff in order to sell on Amazon. Then we're going to select create paperback, and then here's where you're going to input your book title. Remember all of the research and the keywords that we did? This is where you input that book title. So you could say, you know, puzzles for beginners, creative puzzles for any age, whatever it may be. And then I typically skip like the series option because it's not part of a series, and the edition number you can go ahead and skip. Author, that's you, so you go ahead and put in your first and last name. There aren't any other contributors because this is just you doing the low content books. And then here inside of the description is where you're going to be wanting to put in those keywords strategically, so that when people are thinking about trying to find a book that's related to yours, you're using the same keywords as they are in the search engine. So make sure you fill this out. I like to give a pretty robust description just to be clear about all the benefits that people are getting from purchasing your book, the pros, kind of what they're going to learn, what they're going to gain from the experience, and then also how they're going to avoid any failures. Thinking back to like financial goals or even like a prayer journal, you want to make sure that they avoid being stuck in the same situation, that they're seeing progress by using your low content book. Then you're going to click I own the copyright and I hold necessary publishing rights. Yes, this is not a public domain work. You want to make sure that your primary audience, make sure that it's appropriate. So you want to make sure you click on no. And then your reading age, I didn't select anything for the reading age. This is optional. You could put that on there if you want. The primary marketplace is going to be Amazon.com. And then you'll want to choose your categories. And pro tip, if you choose a category that's not very popular, think about specifically like subcategories. So if I was going to do business and money, I'm going to do personal finance, I'm going to want to select one of these categories. Maybe it's credit ratings and repair, or maybe even going a step further to budget and money management and selecting maybe money management. Think about those categories that aren't very popular, because that's going to help you rank really highly in that particular category so that your book can be found during the search. That's what we want to do for categories. Then you'll want to add your keywords, highlighting all of those short phrases, what people are searching for. Again, go back to BookBolt and use their keyword search tool to be able to find those and find those high ranked keywords and add those in there. And then the publication date and release date are the same. Release my book for sale now, and then you can click save and continue. Okay, the next thing that you're gonna do is you're going to get this free KDP ISBN number. Yes, keep that the same. Your print options on the inside most likely is going to be black and white interior on white paper, because it is a place where people are going to be filling in and writing. So keep that the same. The trim size is what you're going to find from BookBolt. BookBolt, you already selected that trim size. So then you'll wanna select the right trim size that matches up to what you created in BookBolt. The bleed, if you created a bleed, which simply means that color going all the way to the edge of the page, and then what do you want that cover finish to look like, matte or glossy. Then here's where you're going to upload the inside pages, the internal pages through the manuscript, and then the cover gets uploaded under the book cover section. You can also see a preview of what your book looks like before it's published, just to make sure that everything got uploaded correctly. Okay, so I just uploaded my intentional spending tracker just to give you an idea of what this previewer looks like, but this is where you can check exactly how everything is lined up before it's actually published, including the cover and the interior pages, how everything is laid out, which I absolutely love. So then you can click approve, and you'll want to go through obviously all of your pages, and then when we get back down into it, you're going to see here the printing cost. Okay, so if you are going to do the Amazon, the Kindle Direct Publishing, they're going to be printing the book for you, which is also great. This is truly passive income because you're not spending the time trying to figure out who's going to be printing this, who's going to be shipping this. Amazon's going to do it all for you. The printing cost is $274 for this particular book. Could be different for you depending on how large of a journal or notebook you create. And then when you get in here into the paperback rights and pricing, this is kind of the last step for creating your book. You want to make sure that you are pricing this right and you're selling to the right people. You don't want to overcharge for this when somebody who's doing really well at maybe like the $5.99 spot, that's kind of a sweet spot because you're seeing a lot of those monthly sales come in and a lot of positive reviews. So if that's the case, we're not going to fix what's working. So we can also price ours at $5.99, and then you're going to see exactly how much that royalty is going to get. You're going to get. This is the amount of money you will get per sale based on the list price, the royalty rate, and the deduction of the print costs. You can click here to learn how the royalties are calculated. It's a rate of 60%, which means if you're listing this at $5.99, you get a royalty of 85 cents. You're like, 85 cents, that's not a lot. Well, if we go back to some of that research where we were seeing, you know, $250 or 250 units sold times 85 cents, $200 a month. I'd take it if it's truly that simple. It's that easy. You know, you could also take a look at some of those books that were priced at $7.99, like the one that I have mine listed at. Your royalties are going to be about $2. So if I'm doing 250 units times $2, we got $500 monthly coming in. That would be amazing. You're going to see that listed for all of these different other conversions of Amazon, and then you can click publish your paperback book. Once you click publish, Amazon is going to take 72 hours to review that book, make sure everything looks correct, and then they're going to get you published, and you will get a notification saying, yay, the book is ready to go, you're live, your sales page is live, let's do this thing. This is such a great way to build up your low content book supply because now you're an author and you can continue to create low content books if you want. So that's how you get set up by selling low content books on Amazon by using BookBolt. Now BookBolt is not free in of itself, but you can pick between two plans. There's the newbie and then there's the pro. Also, they're giving you a 3-day free trial so that you can test it out. I highly recommend taking advantage of that trial by creating your first low content book, see how it goes. Plus, you can get 20% off using my unique link listed in the description box below for you to check out. You get 20% off for life. So I'd love to share my updates with you on how I'm doing with my intentional spending notebook and that expense tracker. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that and how many sales that I'm making from that by commenting below. What kind of notebook or low content book are you creating? Let me know in the comments and I'll catch you in the next one.